first told my ex-husband that I wanted a divorce, he was in shock. So when I finally came around to wanting to divorce my ex-husband, it was November of 2020. We were coming up on Thanksgiving and Christmas and his birthday and my daughter's second birthday. And I just was like, I'm going to wait till all those things are done. Like, we get along for the most part. Like, I've totally checked out, but it's not like we're like not getting along or he's abusive or anything like that. And then, man, do I wish I remember what he was upset about. So he's upset one night about something super, super trivial. Like, oh, I didn't do his laundry. Oops. Oh, I didn't do his laundry, or there wasn't toilet paper, or just something like so minute. So he we sit down after the kids go to bed, and I'm like, okay, we went to the couples therapy, we learned how to communicate. It's like, hey, something's clearly bothering you, like, what's going on? So I'm sitting there quietly, like, letting him talk. And he's like going on and on and on. I wish I remember what it was. About something just so trivial that he was upset about, and I just sat there silent. So he finishes talking, it's my turn, because that was like one of the only things I used to do. That was like my downfall, was I would interrupt during a conversation, so I was quiet. It was my turn to speak, and literally my response was, well, I guess it's time for us to separate. His response literally was, I didn't see that one coming. Like I mentioned, I had been planning on leaving him, so shortly before we separated, our daughter had outgrown her crib, and so I had already put the kids in one bedroom, and so we literally had like an extra bedroom with a king-size bed that became his bedroom. I don't really remember our whole conversation other than I just remember him like begging me to like not leave him, and I just was like, you know what, I need some time, I need some space, I need you to sleep in the other bedroom tonight. And I kid you not, I wake up the next morning to him bringing me like breakfast in bed, coffee, he had the kids all taken care of, the house was all clean, and I literally only had one request from him every single week. Was like, there was a certain day of the week where it was like in between his work days, all I wanted was for him to bring me a cup of coffee in the morning and deal with the kids, and trying to get his ass out of bed to give me a hand, he literally would like sigh and then like go and do it for me. And so for him to suddenly start bringing me breakfast in bed and coffee, I was like, absolutely not. And then again, suddenly he was like doing all this stuff around the house, and I was like, this is not okay. So I don't even think this went on for more than like 2 weeks before I just literally could not handle him trying to dote on me. House, separate bedrooms, that he was doting on me hand and foot, trying to do all these things to like win me back. And I was like, bro, it is so late. Day late and a dollar short, sweetheart. And then after he moved out, it just kind of went downhill from there. He was definitely being heavily influenced by his parents, which is so ironic because his mom was a pastor at a church that we went to. And then I ended up serving him papers in January. That was how long it took for me to like get all the court papers, because originally I tried just using like a filing service where they just like filed your paperwork for you, and it's for people who like got along, could cooperate. But then after a couple of months of him like not turning in paperwork and just literally like refusing to cooperate with me, I had to finally get a lawyer. Come to find out, he actually, my light just went off. Come to find out, he actually drug the divorce out because he was thinking I was going to come back to him. Almost a year and a half after I first told him I wanted a divorce, we're still trying to get divorced, and he's literally just dragging it out. And so I send him a text message one day, and I go, does your girlfriend know you have a wife? And then shortly after that message, his lawyer finally scheduled some sort of like a status conference, because he like didn't want to go to court because he's a police officer and didn't want like anyone that he knows from court to see him. So he kept like trying to dodge court, but also wouldn't work with me on the side. It was really, really frustrating. It took us 2 years and 4 days to get divorced. We even had like a status conference, I think in June of 2022, where we like finally settled on like who was taking what and what the terms of the kids' arrangement was and all this stuff. And it sat at his lawyer's office for 3 months. Like even his lawyer was like dragging it out. Like, well, maybe she'll change her mind. I have no idea. Sorry. And no, he didn't cheat on me. He knocked up some woman like a month before we started dating. and he just found out, and I just found out. And from the information that I have, she was planning on like doing IVF. She didn't think she could have kids. She was gonna do a sperm donor, that whole situation. And she's like freezing her eggs. And so I guess he thought she couldn't have kids. I don't know. They thought she couldn't have kids, so they didn't obviously use protection. I'm trying to not speculate and wonder if she like used him as her sperm donor. She's literally 10 years older than he is, and supposedly very successful and very powerful, and he's very smart, very handsome. So I guess she thought he would just sign his rights over. So she called him up and wanted him to do that, and he was like, no, he wants to be involved. So I'm like processing my world literally being turned upside down again. I'm like trying to be supportive, but also I'm just like, this is wild, absolutely wild. Oh, I think my biggest issue is that like I am gonna be a top shelf stepmom, and right now I would say he's like the dollar menu stepdad to my kids. He has like no relationship with them, and I haven't really pushed it. And yeah, so I don't know, becoming a dad is gonna make things better. I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm so devastated. I have no problem being with someone who has kids. I just wasn't expecting this. We've been like house shopping, and I just thought, I just didn't see this in my bingo card. So I will give an update or maybe answer questions. I don't know. When I post this, I don't even know if we'll still be together, and I hope it works out.
We basically just saw a woman broke her household up to basically go back in the streets. Met a guy, thought that the guy was going to be faithful and loyal, a guy that she just met, even though she already had what she was looking for. But instead, I guess she checked out, went, tried to find something better, thought the grass was greener on that side. Even though she's already she's already in a state of stability, of comfort, of a covenant. She broke her covenant and tried to build a new covenant. And a guy already had past relations with other women, knocked up another chick. And now that chick is not planning on divorce or aborting that baby. So now she's a single mother She did this to herself. She did this to herself. And I read a comment, right? I read a comment, and you know who you are, that said, why do women come to the internet to vent about their problems? Why can't they just go to a therapist? And that made so much sense to me. Why? This is just backwards, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about this, man. This woman did this to herself, bro, at the end of the day. Alright, man. If y'all like this type of content, don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.